thing on. I think this is working. Gonna need to double check here to make sure, but as Anakin Skywalker once said, it's working. It's working. I left my controller over there. You know, let me see. I'm gonna adjust a bit here. So it may not seem any different to you guys, but I am doing something massively different with the stream. It should result in better quality. But there may be some technical difficulties as we get set up. So let me check, make sure everything's good, and then we'll keep going. There's been a new update here in the Elder Scrolls Online. I'm going to pull up my other account here so I can check to make sure everything's good. Okay, and now I can mute this, yeah? Yeah. And now I can mute this. No, it's still going even though it's supposed to be muted. I think. I don't know. I don't know, guys. But let me just explain why I'm so like in a dither here really quickly. So I am currently kind of like, okay, I'm double streaming. I think there's audio on my stream on Twitch. I'm not sure. But the Twitch stream is going to be terrible quality. I've learned so much about bit rates and all that crap the last couple days. But the bit rate on YouTube should be phenomenal. And so far, it is indeed looking that way. So let me actually grab my controller and let's get started. Yeah, it's really not taking much out of my CPU. So, cool. I think we have a new paradigm for streaming, everybody. So anyway, good to see you all. I'm back after another week or so of no streaming. But yeah, I did want to jump in today, for sure, and cover these recent changes to the Elder Scrolls Online. And there have been some significant ones. I have to preface by saying that there are some ways I'm pretty disappointed. The map, for instance, it's cool how we now have this like fancy calligraphy script saying where everything is. Okay, but this is terrible to me. So I used to be able to, for instance, when I was going back to Alinor, which is my main crafting place that I go to, I'd just be able to click on my house, which is like right here. I wouldn't have to zoom into the map. But they did this whole simplification thing. So there's only one basically random way shrine per zone. And I can't just directly go to my house anymore. So downgrade, for sure. Downgrade in the map. So sometimes you have one step forward, two steps back. In this case, it's like one step forward, one step back. Like, I do like your ability to see the zone name more easily. They did a pretty good job with the script and everything. However, I just wish I could go ahead and teleport to my Crest townhouse without having to zoom in. You know, like I used to be able to. So that is a point of annoyance somewhat for me, that didn't really get upgraded. It got downgraded. But on the other hand, here I am in Bleakrock Isle, which has undergone, nothing short of a total makeover. It's like a different place, and I'm probably gonna die jumping off of here, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I survived. It is like a different place entirely. It took me a minute to see the difference, but once I did, I guess what I was expecting was that it would come up to like exactly the same level as High Isle or Telvanni Peninsula or something, and it didn't. But I've been waiting for hours now for the Aurora to come around because I want to see if that's better too. So it's nighttime now. I do feel like they focus on the sky a bit. I do want to take a moment to just say again, I am doing something completely different now with the stream. It may look similar, but you should notice less artifacting, better bit rates, etc. But if there's any technical issues, which I expect there to be, please don't hesitate to let me know. I won't be offended. This is literally my first day ever doing this way, so. But it was perfect timing getting the capture card and getting everything all set up for this to come out, for the upgraded versions of these zones to come out. And I have to, it took me a minute to really wrap my head around this. I was expecting more dramatic changes. I will not lie to you. I was expecting the changes to be more noticeable, more dramatic, and they were not. But that's actually kind of a good thing. It is my expectation that they will go on to Auradon, Daggerfall, etc., and reskin them. They're just playing their cards close to the vest right now, which is fine. But I do expect that, and I'm glad we're not going to have like a complete departure from the current aesthetics. This is a notable improvement, but not like it almost looks the same to me. Let me know what you guys think. It's still Bleakrock Isle. That's kind of what I was concerned about, was that the identity would change when they reskinned these zones, and that hasn't happened. But if they got rid of the Aurora, I'm gonna lose my shit. I don't think, pardon me, I don't think they would do that. Oh, while we're here, let's talk about mount speeds. This is a new tune, made him in honor of the Jomsvikings of old, and he's a Nord, and he's pretty new, as I mentioned, so his mount is not very fast, but it does feel quite a bit faster now. I feel like I'm not like having to just wait. I don't feel like running is faster. Right? Maybe it is. No, it's really not. It's really not. So while we wait for the Aurora to show up, if it ever will, let's also look at the changes they made to the craft tree. So this all just seems kind of... There's a lot about this update that seems kind of haphazard or random to me, unfortunately. Like fixes that were made sort of in a rushed manner that might not really make sense. But this is cool, I guess, that basically everything in the craft tree is now passive. So you can slot more things. Like, okay, like my camera's covering it, but Rashider over here, wherever that is. Yeah, so that's passive now. As is... That was already passive, wasn't it? Gilded Fingers? See, I don't remember. Master Gatherer is still an active one, but now it's going to be easier to slot these, right? That's the idea. I saw someone in guild chat saying even at CP 2900, I'm finding things that I can have that I didn't have before. So there you go. I mean, me at 1500 something, I'm not really noticing a difference, but once you get to the super end game and you're just like, man, how am I going to use all these green points? It looks like people are, finding an answer to that question, which is good. While I'm here, let's touch on something people are not finding an answer to. Still no Aurora. Okay. But so everyone was pretty stoked for the Carnaval crates, which come out tomorrow. Emphasis on was. I'm probably still going to get the bundle. I don't know. But I put a poll out. Everybody go in and check out my poll. It's the most recent post on my channel. Please do vote whether you think I should still get the bundle or not, because the data mines, the leaks were incorrect, or things were changed, or I don't know exactly what happened here. But the Armory Assistant is no longer in the crates. Some things that we thought were superior are now Epic or even Apex rewards. They've upped the tier of a lot of different rewards. And we also have literal, okay, again, cover your ears, kids, bullshit ass tier furnishing rewards in the crates. Like, you can go buy these for 80 gold, and it's something you can get as a reward in the crates. So also the fact that they're putting skill styles in crates now instead of just letting you buy them directly in the shop, like, all of this just kind of like, it kind of reeks of like them seeing how much they can get away with, which is kind of the way these guys always operate. I mean, it's just kind of the nature of greed in general. You take and take and take until you can't take anymore, and people push back, and then you have to be a little bit more accommodating. Kind of like this whole go to Cyrodiil because we need your data thing they're doing. And also the golden pursuits were like cool. I was like, wow, these are actually legitimately golden. Cool stuff to get from these. But now it's like, just drink that in for a second. 300k AP. So like, okay, I go play Battlegrounds a bit. Like, I get into a Battlegrounds phase. I'm like, yeah, let's go do some Battlegrounds. And I like look up and I have 300k AP, or I have like 1 million. I'm like, shit, what do I do with this? So, I sleep. And then right in the middle, sandwiched, like this completely irrelevant amount of gold. Make it 100k. Make it 150k gold or something. Then it would be a golden... It's like... I can make that in as many minutes. I can make that with one good trade. I can just say, hey, Gildy, you want some gold mats? Oh, yeah, for sure, bro. This is such a miss. Like, I just don't really know. I don't know what they're doing. So people act like this when they're being greedy, and they act like this when they're cooking, like in the background. Like, maybe they really are reskinning all of the base zones right now, and they're just super busy. But I mean, still, this is just stupid. This is like, I was saying recently that ESO could teach Diablo 4 a thing or two about optics. This is Diablo 4 level optics. This is just like rolling into the office just drunk, with 5 o'clock shadow, smelling like a hooker, like just not giving a fuck. Hey, what's up, guys? The meeting was at 10:30. Oh, is it 10:30 already? It's noon. Oh, hey guys, sorry. Yeah, so anyway, let's go make a video game. Woohoo! You're fired. Like, it's just kind of that vibe. It was a slap in the face. Random Black Guy says. So which part was a slap in the face for you? I'm curious. Because there are some wins here, but they seem kind of few and far between to me, to be honest with you. Random Black Guy says slap in the face. The update or the crates, I'm not sure yet. But, I mean, I feel you, bro. I was pretty hyped for U45 overall. And now I'm just kind of going to have to just have the consolation reward that these zones are kind of better. But no Aurora still. Where's the Aurora? I feel like dawn is coming. I want to be in Minecraft so I can go up high and see where the sun and the moon are. I'm afraid, dude, dawn's gonna come before the Aurora hits. I'm just gonna go ahead and check out Khenarthi's now. This is the one I was second most stoked for. But I should really probably roll in here with an elf at least. I don't have any Khajiit characters on PS yet. I have one on. I have one. Actually, I might have deleted him preemptively, but I had one for a while. on PC, I had a Khajiit. I made his skin as dark as possible. I called him, "This one's name is Nigrum Darks." I miss Negrum Darks, but people get their counts banned for names like that, and I was like, it's not worth it. But I thought that was a good Khajiit pun name. I'd never seen anyone do Negrum Darks yet, so I was like, all right. So what are we looking at? We are looking at Khenarthi's Roost. Okay, let's take a good look-see here. See, I really should have done it before and after. I'm kicking myself. I really should have done it before and after here. Because it's more subtle than I was anticipating. Let's put it that way. The lighting is better.
Halt. Come no closer.
The textures are not as noticeably improved. I mean, they are. I think, right? I'm disappointed I didn't see any Aurora in Bleakrock. I may have to go back. But this does look like more professional. It doesn't look embarrassingly retardedly old anymore. By the way, yeah, this is my new Nord I'm working on. I just have kind of a concept in mind here of how the gameplay loop works. Yes. I'm building the build around that. So basically, come in with the spear, knock him back, and then follow up with Stampede, and then finish him off with jabs. It's just a kind of occurred to me that'd be a fun way to run Nord, so I'm just going to figure that out, make that work somehow. Okay, so the plantation. And guys, do let me know feedback on the audio, the video, everything. I have been, pardon me, but balls deep in this recently, just trying to figure out how to actually make quality content. I'm not saying it is yet, but I'm at least trying now. So yeah, there's more stuff everywhere. The stuff looks better. Like this. This is a totally stuffy area. Look at all this stuff. There's some bamboo. There's some more bamboo. This tree looks totally like somebody sat here and thought about how to make this look. It looks intelligently designed instead of random evolution. Let's put it that way. You like that little metaphor? Yeah? Little political metaphor? Little philosophical metaphor for you there? Mm-hmm. For that novel you've been writing? Yeah, okay. Smashing thunderbugs is fun. I did put some... Yeah, I got some skulls in this guy. So other points that I want to hit today. I'm enjoying Khenarthi's Roost, for sure. I guess the last point I really want to make about this sort of stuff, the aesthetics, is that if they apply the same aesthetic theme to Stolen? Oh, if he saw me kill a sheep, he'd be mad, I guess. Well, better do it secretly then. Because you're not going to have any more sheep after this, buddy. The Spear of Thor is coming for him. Okay, where are the other sky shards? I feel like there's one over here somewhere. I want to check out the shipwreck area, though, anyway, because it was featured in their imagery they used to promote the update. Nick DeCourcy. I would highly recommend Zos puts all the ESO cosmetics into one crate called the Ultimate Crate. They can give them out through gameplay and with the amount of cosmetics in the game. Huh. It's an interesting idea. I wonder how that would pan out. So I take it you are also disappointed with the way they're handling the Carnaval crates. Like, there are a few things I really want out of those crates, but it did strike me as odd from the very beginning that skill styles were in crates now. I liked how you could just buy those outright before. And then I did think it was kind of cool how they had an assistant in the crates for the first time ever, but then they took that out, or that was a mistake in the data mine or something. So there's this kind of an off vibe all of a sudden. Like, just when like a dude just kind of comes in and suddenly the whole like vibe of the room changes. It's kind of like that. Like, just this moment, like, oh, what? Like, this is great. Okay, like all this, all the updates to the way the zones are skinned and everything. That's great. But I mean, the lighting and everything over here. So I'm happy with that. I haven't wanted to touch the new dungeons. I just don't care. I don't know. Maybe I will. I have reasons, okay? It's not just like... I really do have principled reasons for every type of content in this game that I avoid. And you might disagree with them, but I do have them. And dungeons are a newer thing for me. I used to be more into. So Nick is saying, I wish they ditched the new crates, or the crates with the new generation, mind you. Instead, they're doing a season-long battle pass with Radiant Apex mounts as the tier 100 reward. Really? Oh, instead they should do a season-long battle pass with Radiant Apex mounts as the reward. Well, I don't know. I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see with ESO Direct, right? That's kind of the put up or shut up moment. Because right now it's looking kind of weak. The whole offering is looking kind of weak. Like right now it's looking like all we're gonna get is some dungeons this year, and some like those things where the Daedra attack you when you're just trying to get to a dungeon in the Overland. Those are gonna be different now. Reaper's strikes now, and it's gonna be, I don't know, but not. So if that's really all they're, I mean, there's got to be at least some new content somewhere, right? I mean, like, aside from just a couple crappy frickin' dungeons, you know, like, I'm sorry, but let me just get into the dungeon thing for a minute here while I try to figure out how to get on this boat. So ESO has released dungeons in these packs for a really long time now. I've always thought it was stupid. I've always thought you should just release your dungeons with the DLC. It's like the same thing that Destiny did with their whole dungeon key bullcrap. That just there's this guy shard. That's just the dumbest thing ever. Nobody gets excited, or I mean, nobody should get excited being told, "Hey, here's a new DLC for your favorite video game. It's 2 dungeons." Like there's no social area. There's nowhere to explore. It's just, the Elder Scroll is mine. Kill them all. And just a bunch of cringe-ass voice acting lines. A bunch of bosses where they do this balance of like, okay, if there's too many mechanics, it gets boring. If it's too hard or too spongy, it gets boring. So like, they have to just do all this crazy mental gymnastics every time they come out with new dungeons to make it appealing and viable and interesting and new. And so I just got off this boat. It was with the Telvanni Peninsula dungeons. When I was just like, this is just stupid. Like adding in these little chests, these little secret rooms, like all these little things, like it was like trying to copy the mechanics and like effectively interesting and engaging features in similar games dungeons, but just a complete fail. So I don't know. The premise of the 2 dungeons, one sounds kind of interesting, but it's like they're just circling back. They're like, okay, well, we've run out of, like, people got tired of us saying it's time to save the world again every year. It's a new freaking Avengers movie in the Elder Scrolls Online. People got tired of that. And so we kind of tried to tone it down, make it low key with High Isle and like these sort of not save the world things. And then no, now we're back to saving the world again. And they tried to introduce a new Daedric prince, like, and everyone was like, crickets, like, You really thought that would be mind-blowing to people? Like, now there's 13 of them. Ah. Another is like, well, let's get back to the Three Banners War and the Worm Cult. Let's just go back to, like, just uninspired. Yeah, I had some pretty positive vibes in general going into this, but they're rapidly diminishing, and I am firmly considering not even getting the crates tomorrow. So I would recommend you guys vote in that poll. Let me know what you think about that, whether I still should or not. I mean, mainly I just want the new skill style for Whirlwind for one tune. Like, as I'm thinking about it, like, what else do I want? Obviously, the a Radiant Apex mount would be great, but that's what this is the lure to get you to buy the crates. I've opened probably maybe 200 or 300 crates in my lifetime in ESO. I've only pulled one Radiant Apex mount ever. And that's just about like it's like about a 0.3% chance that about tracks. And it was cool when it happened, but gambling is not the best in general. All right, so which points did I want to hit? Let me check again. So I do want to run through all the different zones. I am going to do in-depth videos for each and every one. First person wandering around in screenshot mode, like really sinking it, allowing it to sink in, drinking it in. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, we covered the map. We covered mounts. I do feel a lot faster on my mount on any character. That's good. If only they would fix the thing where you can't get back on your mount when you're in combat, and in combat is like this endless purgatory with rules, like Kafka-esque rules, like the freaking bureaucracy. They could have fixed that, but they didn't. I covered the changes to the craft champion points. I really don't feel like that's going to affect many people below CP 2000. It's just not really a huge issue for most people. The last point I haven't really covered. I already went through the notifications earlier, unfortunately. But yes, your your disguises are now part of your collectibles. So, where though? Are they costumes? Is that what it is now? They just make them into costumes? Yeah. Yeah, disguises are as costumes now. Again, low effort. What is this? Like, I'm sorry. Am I just being like a little bit too picky here, or should there have been a separate category for disguises? Is there a principled reason for just putting them all into costumes, or was that just laziness? Huh. Well, whatever. I don't really care about that one, but that was the last point on that I really wanted to cover in the stream. So this is mainly a test today, just to see if this even works, and it does. Sweet. What I'm doing, through a capture card, through my iMac, I am taking a Twitch stream, and that's the only way that you can trigger the camera on PS5, unfortunately. It's ridiculous. But I'm taking a Twitch stream and then capturing that through and streaming from YouTube, from OBS onto YouTube on my iMac. So it's this crazy like Band-Aid series of tubes thing, but it looks like it's working. I do want to know if there's any audio popping, but I'm going to check all this stuff myself. They're essentially costumes with a different name. Yeah, but I mean, you get them differently. I guess that's my point here is that the method of acquisition is different. And they have a obviously up until this point in the game, they've had a very distinct different character as items go. You know, you have costumes. These are clearly cosmetic items, often bought in the shop, though not exclusively. While disguises are things that, and there's sometimes rewards for completing quests, but disguises are specifically things that you get during the course of quests in order to disguise yourself. But there's absolutely nothing here to indicate it's a disguise. Collected costume, fair mercenary armor, blah blah blah, acquired by this quest. So, I could be reading too much into this. I could be getting caught up in the overall dysphoria of a kind of disappointing release, but seems dumb to me. It just does. It just does. But let's continue the tour. Let's continue the tour of all of the new base zones. We started in Bleakrock. Let's go ahead and go over to Foyen. And let's see how that looks now. I can't just port into it? Okay, whatever. We'll go to Stonefalls first. That'll be good because we'll be able to see the contrast, actually. And just a reminder, please do like the stream and subscribe. Thank you, everybody, for showing up today. Love the value they added to the base game with the disguises turned into costumes. For real, that's a win. And I'm probably taking a win and making it into an L just because I'm kind of grumpy right now. But okay, let's keep our eyes peeled, guys. So this is the way the base zones looked before, or how they currently look, right? So pretty jagged textures, not a lot of ground cover. The ground cover that's there is pretty low res. And right this way. How do you get there again? It's been a long time. This is the way to Foyen? Yeah? Is it? Yeah, it is. Okay. The lighting, everything looks kind of dull and flat. So let's kind of pay attention to that as we switch from here into Foyen. Oops. So I want to see the value here, but I have to be honest with you. The first thought I had when I loaded into Bleakrock Isle was, wait, did the update happen? Because it didn't look that much different to me. It may be part of like which console you're on. It may look a whole lot better if you're like on PS4 or something like that. Okay, but wait. Okay, hang on. Okay, I want to look at my character. See, the lighting affects also the character models, of course. So, okay, let's take a good look at beautiful, tall Yoms Viking over here. And then let's go back to Stonefalls. The beaches in the update starter zones were really improved. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and whoa. No, my character looks... Yeah, and Zareth Var, too. Like, there's a big difference in the lighting. You can really see it in a place like this where you can just go back and forth between the doors. Wow! Yeah, dude, everything... This is really apparent now. I'm so glad I got the capture card before this happened. I hope the stream is working well, guys. I'm looking forward to seeing the recap. can't believe it's going this well. Honestly, I assumed there'd be some sort of technical hiccup. My mic is still probably popping. That's a gremlin I'm currently chasing down. I thought it was the frequency. It's not the frequency. These games are fun though for me. I've always loved chasing down technical issues. I picked up calling them gremlins from Grok. I wonder how much AI is already influencing our consciousness. You know, the Vermina's skull thing that Zerethvar does isn't very good, but I just love seeing this skull come from behind me occasionally and smack things. It's really fun. So does this mean they also improved like the quality of this house? The Humble Mud over here? I never got that one. This is not like a huge fan of Argonians. It's like another reason to maybe skip these crates. It's just disappointing the way they handled it. But then again, if we'd never had the leaks, we never would have gotten our expectations up, so... Okay, so like the glossiness... Yeah, there's still a lot of, you know, cuboid textures, but... the glossiness of the lighting on these weird little mushroom pustules is a lot better. Yeah, the textures are improved, but what I'm really noticing is the lighting more than anything else. It's very impressively improved. Soul Rest is probably the new zone coming, Nick says. You know, every time every time I take a shit recently, I get Grok to tell me a little bit more about ESO lore. Kine is next. I said, tell me about, you know, I have a nice defecation, and then I learn more. I digest some information about ESO lore, but I don't know what Soul Rest is. What is, again, sorry for the vulgar, banal comment there, guys, but just being honest, okay. What is Soul Rest? Okay. You know what? I'll actually have Lady Grok tell me too. I don't like Lady Grok. She kind of creeps me out. But let's do it. You are in assistant mode. What is Soul Rest in the Elder Scrolls?
Oh, I feel you on that. Ugh. Sounds like you're deep in Terry. All right, let's dive in. Soul Rest isn't a term that pops up directly in the Elder Scrolls lore I know about. Did you mean solitude, maybe?
No.
That's a big...
It's soul rest, like a person's immortal soul.
Oh, got it. You're talking about something deeper.
No, you don't got it. Okay, stupid AI. But, yeah, see, it hasn't replaced us yet. It has not replaced us yet. I may have to actually look that up on Google. I've been deep into Grok, and it's helped me with so much stuff, like upgraded my life massively, but I am pleased to report AI is still stupid as hell. It's in this kind of like too big for its britches phase where it thinks it's real smart too. But Grok 3 does this chameleon thing where it tries to talk just like you. Argonian Beach. Wait, so are you talking about down here? Nick says Soul Rest is Argonian Beach, so you must be talking about something down here. Perhaps over here? Yeah? This little area? I mean, they're not... We still have map spots missing, guys. Like, they're not giving up on new zones, are they? I hope not. I'm down with dropping chapters. That's... I never understood chapters. They always try to make... It's the year of the Breton. It's like, how? How is it the year of the Breton? There's a DLC. In what other way is it the year of the Breton in any capacity? Like it always just struck me as 90% marketing, 10% product. And yeah, guys, I have the windows open today. It's like North Idaho springtime weather. It's crazy. It's been like 30 degrees. Now it's 70. So it's a beautiful day. And some dude just rode by in his lowrider. Okay, whatever. Southwest Black Marsh left side. Okay. So, oh, this spot right here. I like the name. Yeah, I need to know more about the lore than I do. But thankfully, I have many more shits to take in my life. And Grok is still around, so. One thing I like about the update is, like, I never even knew Norg Tazel was a place. I never zoomed in on this part of the map, like, ever. I don't think I ever did the Murkmire quest. Again, I'm not, like I said, I'm not really a fan of Argonians. The history has made me into a crazy, homeless person wandering the streets of San Francisco. Yeah, dude, get off that hiss sap. Get yourself a job. Damn. I feel like hiss sap is like shrooms. I shouldn't. Like, of course, shiitake mushrooms. I'm sorry, I'm not talking about that. I would never be discussing such a thing on YouTube. But hiss sap is like something psychedelic, right? And skooma is more like I don't know. It's not as I should stop talking about this. Let's just stop. Let's just stop. See, he's just there's over here just babbling about how bad their lives are. There's a bunch of grievance mongers. Yeah, he's just complaining. I'm tired. We're all slaves. Life sucks. God, shut up. The best thing about Argonians is the less the Argonian made. Like, that's just funny. The best thing they have is petty, banal sexual humor. Sorry, I'm just again, I'm not a fan of the Argonians. There are some points that I like, but dude, I'm a high elf. Or I'm a Nord right now, but I mean I'm usually a high elf. Okay. So this is Foyen. It's better, it's cool, it's whatever. On to Betnikh. Betnikh is a cool place. I haven't been here since I've been on the PS5 Pro. I'm going to use this new technique that a commenter told me how to do. So I would normally need to go on a boat or get a taxi, but check this out. So, Seavale Spire. I hope this works. How do you do this again? Is it under social? Or is it under home tours, right? Browse homes. How do you all houses? I haven't tried this before. It's just somebody told me this works. Seavale Spire. Confirm. And then if you visit, but then leave out of the house, somebody told me, you had a boyfriend who looked like a girlfriend, that you can... Oh, I love this place too. Oh, I forgot. This is a great house too. Yeah, I kind of want to go explore their house now. How do you get down again? No, it's not worth it. I want to get to Betnikh. Leave home. Should take me to... Yeah. It works. It works. It works! No shit! Man, I might have to do a video about that. New secret hack for getting to any zone in ESO instantly. And put a picture of my face on there like, huh? 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 I came to YouTube not with peace but with a sword. That is just one thing. I will shame anyone, and I will never stop for this stupid homoerotic selfies on everyone's thumbnails. Amazing new tip hack for 2025. No one else knows this yet. Huh? Huh? Hmm? Like, just stop. This isn't MySpace. This is not 2005. You are not a scene girl. Betnikh. Where do I want to look at? Up here, probably, right? I don't know. I hate to say it, but I feel like they didn't put as much effort into this as they did into Gold Road. I mean, the lighting is good, but pardon me, but it's also like how do you fix something that you like made 10 years ago? I feel like this is at least a valiant effort. Work was done. Effort was exerted. Could it be more mind-blowing? Perhaps, but the lighting is good. Everything has received a significant upgrade. Hey, you know what? It's still night. It's just barely. I wonder if there's Aurora now in Bleakrock. Yeah, let's go grab this waypoint and just one more chance to see the upgraded Aurora before the next day-night cycle. So I learned today it's about 6 hours. I never paid attention before, but 3 hours night, 3 hours dark, 3 hours night, or 3 hours day, 3 hours night, back and forth. It was longer than I expected. I always thought it's a shorter amount of time than that. I know it's like kind of rare. It doesn't always happen, but that was, I mean, I gotta say, the year was 2015. I just gotten my PS4. And I think my first character ever in this game. No, I did a Khajiit first, but I did a Nord right after. And so, of course, back in 2015, it pooped you out right here. I remember looking up and just thinking I'd never seen anything so beautiful in a video game ever before in my life. That it was more beautiful than real life in some ways. The aurora, this beautiful snowy tundra. It was really what made me fall in love with the game. Was Bleakrock Isle and its aurora. So do the thing. Back to Betnikh. We got another probably hour or so of night, so I'll keep coming back. But I'm glad that hack for going to a toured home and then that takes you, if you leave it, you're in the zone. That is a really useful way for getting to zones. I just made a video on how to get to the Deadlands, and someone said actually there's another way. Yeah, look at this. Damn, wait a minute. It's the lighting, really. It's the lighting that is just... I don't know why I was so, like, nonplussed by Bleakrock. Dude, if like the weird tree, if they do Daggerfall, if they do Auradon, if they do Grotwood. See, this is how I'm seeing this happening, right? About once a year, for the next few years, they're going to release the reskinned versions of each like tier of the base zones. Like you used to progress through them, and there were 4 tiers. So the first one, well, there was the starter, but then there was, Auradon, Daggerfall, and Stonefalls, and then you moved on to Grotwood, Stormhaven, et cetera, et cetera. I'm feeling like over the next 4 years they'll go through and do all of them, and then eventually reskin Cold Harbor too, or they might do that first. That might be why we have the Cold Harbor loading screen. But nobody, 8472, is saying they messed up lighting on Xbox. Yeah? Like how? Tell me. I'm going to get some more coffee. I'll be right back, guys. Thank you guys for being here today. Get some more coffee. BRB. Still have Stros Mackay and Foyen, or Hughes Bane to check out too. Oh, 1 second. What's tripping me out is I can turn on my camera over here too. So I can do like the literal like meet me at camera 3 thing, like this is fun. Okay, there we go. So the lighting got messed up on Xbox. Damn. Yeah, if console has to take the back seat, like you guys have to take the back seat. You guys take the back seat of the short bus, unfortunately. Damn shame. Character models are all messed up. You need to select no head marking to fix it, which can only be obtained from the store. What? No! No! Oh, R.I.P. to Xbox. Oh no. Wait, no, wait. And by the way, guys, please do like and sub. Okay. From Nobody8472, thank you for chiming in, man. They messed up the lighting on Xbox. Character models are all messed up. You have to select no head marking, which is something that you can only get from the store, right? It's like part of that cosmetic pack. It's only like 200 crowns or something, but still, that's like the only way. When Diablo 4 launched, on launch day, the only way you could get to work was by buying the $1 platinum pack that they released. You could buy platinum, the currency for Diablo 4, but you couldn't play the game. But then if you bought the $1 platinum pack, that would reset your licenses, and so then you'd be able to play. That's fucked up. I'll just read this out one more time. They messed up the lighting on Xbox. Character models are all messed up. You need to select no head marking, which is something you can only get from the store. R.I.P. I mean, I don't know what were they doing with this update. I can't get over this. How I can't just teleport to my Crest townhouse anymore. I have to zoom in. Excuse me. It should be like an option at least. That's bullshit. What they're doing with the new crates is bullshit. I'm really leaning toward not getting them. I'm generally a whale. Randy Marsh, I'm not poor. You know, like I buy shit in video games. It's not like I it's not that's not the reason. It's just like I buy good shit in video games. I don't just waste my money. 80 gold furnishings? Really? Fucking really? 80 gold furnishings as rewards in Crown Crate. Oh, you must think we're fucking stupid. Maybe we are. Maybe we are. Maybe it's time. You know what? You know what? I'm going to say something really quick. A lot of my favorite mounts are not rating Apex. Lack of QA. Lack of giving enough of a fuck. Shit. I was just saying, this seemed like a high effort release to me, but I didn't know the Xbox side of things. So this is a rating Apex. I do love this mount, sure. This costs like 3,000 crowns. This Indrik. So the dancer personality does look cool, but that's another one of the controversies here, is that people are thinking the dancer personality to be a golden pursuit. I don't know who thought that, but that would have been great. That would have made a lot of sense. Would have been thematic. No. It's an Apex. It's 400 gems, guys. But let me say this. This mount is baller. I mean, it's as good as the Radiant Apex mounts that came out back in the day. I love it. I just love it. Guess what else is in Radiant Apex? This thing? It's one of those ones you buy just with Endeavors or gems. I actually got it with Endeavors. I used up my Endeavors to get this mount because I liked it so much. The Bloodroot Cinch. It's really cool. I actually have almost all of those. I have... this guy. Also love it. Stop tweaking, bro. Dude, chill. Stop. I have... that one, right? I have... Actually, dude, I love this. This was just... This was... this was just in the daily rewards last year. Best daily reward ever. Actually, I'm going to get on that for a second to show you what it does. Spits fire. It's great. Not Radiant Apex at all. Guess what is just an Apex mount? This. It glows, it sparkles, it's amazing. Not Radiant. Also not Radiant. This one. So you're kind of getting the picture here, right? I'm just starting to feel like the relevance of this chase is diminishing. And then what do crown crates really have left? Yeah, they have the very first Apex Guar. Right, that Guar looks cool. And it's only available through crates. It's selling all the new good stuff through crates only is BS. I mean, selling crates at all is BS. I mean, what is this, 2014? Oh, yeah, right? Well, they didn't start selling crates till 16, right? Or was it 17? And then they just never stopped. Everyone else did. Literally, it's boomerish now. It's like going to the casino. Ew, who does that? Like, it's like drinking at a hotel bar. It's like having a AAA membership. It's like having inordinate amounts of lead poisoning. It's boomerish. Opening crates. It's kind of fun, but I haven't thought it was fun for years. Now it's just like you said, it's the only way to get the new stuff. And if you open enough of them, eventually you'll have enough gems to get what you want. As long as you're not dead set on a rating Apex, and then I mean, yeah, you want to spend $500, go for it. You'll get it guaranteed. But it's an opportunity to reflect on this whole system again. They've just been coming out with some pretty banger crates recently. The Miramar crates are pretty good. They kind of like they went back from the overly intense VFX style to like things that are a little bit more subdued but still very obviously high tier. There were a lot of good emotes, cosmetics, just lower tier cosmetics in the Miramar. And like last year, the celebration, the 10-year celebration crates were just, how do I do that again? Chef's kiss. This guy can do a chef's kiss for me. Yeah, there have been some good crates, so we kind of got spoiled with some good crates, and we're able to forget how bad they sometimes are. And this whole Carnaval thing, I'm not so much of a whale that I'm just going to ignore it just to get my dopamine fix. Because people say like the most fun thing in the game is the shop, which is unfortunately true. I look forward to the new shop items because I can afford it, and it's just like the most fun you can really have in the game at this point, unfortunately, and I've just accepted that. But they're messing with my bread and butter here. That you're fucking my bread and butter, bitch. You're like, what are you doing? You're messing with my crown crates. You're making me feel like a chump for buying them, which I already do. You're making me feel like more of a chump for buying them. I don't know. I might just save my MTX money for Diablo 4's new season. Apparently, it's going to be very flamboyant, according to game director Rod Ferguson, or franchise director. So I was stoked. I kind of like the Stone Cylon, as I call it. I might jump over here on, if I feel like the effort, because I can now. I can jump over here on my PC and we can run through all the rewards. But the Vaskrona Guardian, it's cool, but like, Overwatch, you would pay that much just for the skin. Let's be honest. Like, ESO is expensive, but it's not the most expensive game out there. Definitely not. 8,000 crowns, if you're being smart, that's like $50. See, $50 for the skin, 25 crates. That's like really not that much. 80 if you're not using your money correctly, right? It's not a whole lot for MTX, but it had better be high quality, or I'm taking my money elsewhere. I'm sorry. I'll wait for the next crates. I spent $100 on every new crate. Never gotten them out before. I've gotten one rating Apex, like Bolt from the Blue. I've gotten one. My one rating Apex, actually. I've never bought one. I've never saved up enough endeavors. My one and only came from crates, and huzzah. But yeah, I mean, it's rare. Most people who have them just spend, instead of 100 every new crate, 500. Or they've just been playing since 2014 every single day, doing every single endeavor. Or whenever endeavors first came out, right? 2016. It's just kind of a fucked up situation. It's a bad MTX environment that has been, like, we've been able to look aside from the negative points with some of the really just banger releases they've had. But now that either those were faulty leaks or things were removed last minute or the tiers were changed of rewards, it's an opportunity for us to reflect on the overall unethical aspects of the whole MTX system in the game. I really think crates should be abandoned. It would be a popular move. It would not. Literally, who else does crates anymore? Fucking anyone? Like, I can't think of a single major game out there that still does crates, aside from ESO. Whew. Yeah, it's worth thinking about. I'm gonna get back on my other one and keep exploring these last two zones that I haven't been through yet. People have been conditioned to only playing live service. Monster Hunter Wilds is now a social hub with co-op zoned raids. See, I've been seeing a lot about Monster Hunter, and it's never been something I've really been into. I don't like the whole idea, really, of taking down giant monsters. I'm more of like a hack and slash. Like, I was raised on Diablo. It's more powerful guy, tiny monsters, not powerful monsters, tiny guy, right? But I've been seeing. So one thing that happened is Adam Jackson, who was one of the best guys behind Diablo 4, left Diablo 4 recently to go work on Monster Hunter, and so I'm still following him on X. So I've been seeing his content. I've been intrigued. Yeah, I've been intrigued, especially by the character design aesthetics. So you're saying it's another example. I think I'm getting what you're saying correctly. It's another example of a traditional non-MMO style game taking on MMO features. Because the same thing is happening with Diablo 4, where it's open world. They obviously want it to be an MMO, but it's just had a shaky first couple years. Diablo 4 has. It's just, it'll be okay eventually, but they've had the Chinese military after them. They've had their own incompetence to deal with. 100% they've had the Chinese military after them. That video is coming. It's probably going to be like an hour long. It's going to be super in depth. I'm probably going to promote the hell out of it because I want everyone in the world to see it. But that means I have to make sure it's really good. I have to up my game first. But yes, the story behind Path of Exile 2, how they were acquired by the Chinese military for the sole purpose of exploiting their player base, how they've been doing it caught red-handed since 2016 at least. And the whole thing, the whole D4 Bad campaign was astroturfed by the CCP in order to promote their property while harming Blizzard because they're mad at Blizzard for reneging on their deal. They were so mad at Blizzard, NetEase was, they smashed the giant statue. They invited people from all over China to come smash the statue. This is so true. It's 100% true. With sledgehammers, and they served green tea because green tea is an idiom in China for a bitchy woman. So they called Blizzard a bitch and destroyed the statue. Oh yeah, no, they didn't then tell Daddy G to go sick him. No, that didn't happen. I'm gonna prove it. I'm gonna 100% prove it. It's just I'm cooking. But yeah, Diablo 4 has had a lot of headwinds against it. But yeah, there's lots of games encroaching on that meat and potatoes, that good stuff, that manna in the desert of MMO live service captured MTX markets. That's what everyone wants. That's what Diablo 4 is trying to do. And I guess Monster Hunter now too, as well. Too as well. Okay, so Betnikh is, I think, so far the most impressively different area to me. I don't know what it is about it. I'm trying to. I think it's the lighting. I think it's the Ayleid ruins. Yeah, the Ayleid stuff looks a lot better. So man, Grotwood, Auradon. There's Ayleid stuff in Glenumbra too. You know, if they that's got to be coming. I mean, they wouldn't do this and then not be reskinning the other zones too. I mean, why invest all the time and the IP development into the process of reskinning if you're just going to do these few starter zones? It's just, it must be coming. Yeah, look how beautiful this is. You guys aren't just gonna let me wander around and be happy, huh? I think you guys are pretty. I don't want to fight you. Bye. golden... I don't remember these golden ghosts. These are so cool looking. So you stun them, come in, drop down the AoE with the critical hit, and then finish them off with the jabs. It seems to be working so far. Malleable Tor is the largest non-Cyrodiil zone. I didn't know that. I'm most excited for that overhaul. Is it really? I mean, the map won't tell you anything. It looks pretty big. I guess it's kind of the L shape, right? I love Malleable Tor. So, rating all of the zones, DLC and base, you're not going to believe me. Number 1 is Auradon. I don't care how old it is. I love Auradon. And it will just make my decade when they reskin this place. Just the vibes of Eternal Spring, and it's just this little island, and I know every nook and cranny. I know like the back of my hand. I can check out my house. Auradon, then Somerset. Somerset is number 2. I've been working on my house in Somerset as well. I still do. I just haven't touched my PC account in a long time, but I have it decked out on PC. I just put something out here. What was it? I can't remember. Got a crafting spot over here. Outfit station. The Arboretum. But this is the best part. I haven't gotten as into housing as a lot of people in this game, but it's pretty fun. And here's my totally not phallic altar. Not intentionally. But I think I did make an altar to Baal, Eater of Babies. Sorry, Jesus. You know, no offense. My bad. This is the, you know, it's like only in Auradon, right? This outdoor, I just imagine like waking up out here with the dew on your face and everything. All right, interior. Yeah, it doesn't show the proper distances or size. Yeah, I mean, well, look, right? I mean, Somerset should be absolutely fucking enormous, and High Isle should be tiny. This is all fucked up over here. This doesn't make, this whole area of the map makes zero sense proportionally. Because Somerset is bigger than Auradon, but only like a third bigger. And it looks like basically double in the map, and then High Isle should be minuscule. But it's basically as big as Somerset when you combine these two together, with Galen. So yeah, you can't trust the map. So I didn't realize Blackwood was the second biggest. This is all good to know. Thanks for stopping by the stream, nobody. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for keeping the chat going too. This is where I, receive those who have displeased me. I don't really know what the point of this room is yet. I haven't really figured it out. I just really wanted to make everything like symmetrical and proportional, but I don't really know to what purpose. But this is where I cut my teeth in terms of all the different like angles and rotations and how to do the units and everything. This room. Okay, one more show off. I'm gonna. That drives you crazy. I can't just click on the townhouse. I have to zoom in now. Total downgrade. Total reverse upgrade. Map bad. Bad map. Go sit in the corner. Okay, guys. So, gonna show off this house. Gonna go to the last two zones I haven't yet. Stros Mackay and Hughes Bane, and then we're done. So I love this kind of like divine happenstance, right? Where I just bought this music box, and it just happens to be the exact same size as this little pedestal. Synchronicity. Haven't really done anything with this room yet. Haven't even done the proportions right. But I like this contrast where you have really, really orange and then straight to really blue. I want to do something like this in this loft since I saw someone else have, like a platform here. Work in progress. Stros Mackay. Okay, I don't have a direct, but again, gonna flex this new method again. Hunding's Palatial Hall. Okay, so Activity Finder, Home Tours, Browse Home, all filters, all houses, down to H. Hunding's Palatial Hall. Confirm. Doesn't matter which one. Just go to the first one. Yup. Wait, what happened? Wait, what? That was weird. Okay, trying again. I love reminiscing about this. Nobody. Yeah, like the way things were before one Tamriel. I remember... Yeah, because like all the endgame people hung out in Ralka. That was like the hub in Aldmeri Dominion. That was where everyone hung out. Ralka was popping in like 2015, 2016, 2017. Or yeah, one Tamriel came out mid 2017, if I remember correctly. No, it came out before that. Was it 2016? I don't remember. I'll never forget when I made it to Malabal Tor and I was going to the Thalanesti site, I think. And I came across this troll. Take this troll down. Dude, that the fear of that troll will never leave me. Just trying to run away. That thing was taking me out because I was like level 25 and it was like level 35 or something. And I was not ready to take on that troll. So yeah, they've been dumbing down and putting guardrails on the game ever since. It's too late to speak out against that. I'm just glad they haven't cartoonified the aesthetic like World of Warcraft or something. They went too far with that with the Radiant Apex mounts for a while, and they've kind of gone back to a good middle ground, which I appreciate. Okay, but before I completely start just babbling and spiral off into nothing, let's check out these last few zones. So... Oh, right, I have to leave. This is this guy's decorated house. I was like, wait, this doesn't look right. I love this new method for getting to new zones, though. It's so much easier. Whoa, yeah, like, look at that boat. Again, the lighting is what is really striking my fancy here. The textures, they clearly reskinned it. Like, look at all these cracks and stuff, and but I really wonder how much of that improvement is the lighting. These rocks, they're still super geometric and jagged underneath all that. Just more detail, more lighting, but yeah, I mean, this looks like it was made, not this year, but maybe, I mean, obviously the lighting is great, and it's kind of hard to tell with the PS5 Pro. Wait, what's up with Seraphar's? Oh, what? Oh, is this what you were talking about? Dude, what? Zareth Var has fucking vitiligo. Wait a minute.
You have a questioning look about you.
Yeah, I'm wondering why you look like that.
You have my ear.
But only... Wait. Oh man, what? How do you fix that one? Because I can't put any no face marking on him. Wow, let me try taking the costume on and off. They donked up, bruh. No. Yeesh. Okay, let's try not to look at him for a while. I remember this spot though. This exact spot, and yeah, it's considerably improved. Alright, where is there another way shrine out here? I know there's more than one. Guess I'll explore a little bit more. It's never really been my favorite spot to begin with. You know, the whole Redguard desert area is just, but, you know, it's a lot better. I'm pretty sure this tree wasn't here. This ground cover definitely wasn't here before. Yeah, that's some damn good-looking ground cover compared to what they had. The goats still die just the same. It was necessary, Zerethfire, because you look weird. I gotta get over that. Good enough. Was that a new sound for the deconstructing? Why do you look like Two-Face, Zerethfire? I was thinking maybe I have to go to a new zone. Alright, whatever. This is Stros Mackay. I'm gonna go to Hughesbane now. Maybe Zerethfire will look normal after that. Otherwise, I'm just gonna wait for the hotfix. I don't really care.
If you change your mind.
If it starts affecting me, I will care. Wait. No, he's different now, but definitely not back to normal. Lack of QA indeed. But here we are. In Hughesbane, which is actually a place I do like more than probably Stros Mackay. Yeah, take a look at that. Again, guys, I'm going to be doing videos for each of these spots. Just going through and kind of getting a cinematic overview. Nice. Yeah, look at this whole desert scene. This is so much better. Alright, I'm gonna get out of here. I am in the stages, in the process of getting out of here. So one last time, if you have not yet subbed, please do. We're growing fast, and U45, everything that's happening with it should accelerate that growth, and then we will be back for another season of Diablo 4 in just about a month. How'd I get up to the Sky Shard? Please do like the stream, share it with anybody who is also curious about how U45 is shaping up on console, especially the PS5 Pro. And thank you all for being here on the maiden inaugural voyage of streaming on my capture card. I think it went well. I'm excited for everyone to actually be able to see what I'm doing instead of a bunch of snow and fuzz and confusion. I had no idea what I was doing. Again, people new to the channel, my backstory, my origin story is just I got Diablo 4 because I was a Diablo 2 player. I've casually played video games for years, off and on. But I bought a PS5 for that, and then I made a friend who I recently reconnected with, who just I taught the game to, and in season two, I'd already been around for a season or two and knew what was going on, and he was like, "You're good at doing this. You should make a YouTube account." So here I am. So I had no real background. I made a video to the Star Wars Cantina song using home pictures, like home movies and like scanned in pictures in about 2003 when I was 12 years old. I also used those little tiny mini CDs that came with the Bionicles back in the day, and I made AMVs of those to Linkin Park songs, also when I was 12. So that's my background in video production, guys. My background in social media is shit posting on 4chan and getting banned on Reddit and Twitter about 7 times. So I was just taking a total shot in the dark, and it's been an amazing journey of learning with all of you guys. And if you're just joining the channel now, please do subscribe. Those who've been with me from the beginning, I bet it's pretty cool to see how far I've come. I know I still have so much farther to go, but yep, we ain't scrubbing it as hard as we used to, that's for sure. So, fun stream, guys. Thank you all for being here. I'm not as disappointed with the update as I could be. But yeah, last note, do go check out my poll. Vote as to whether I should go ahead and get the 25 pack of the Crown Crates that are coming out tomorrow or not. And I will be streaming tomorrow either way because it's the beginning of Jester Festival, and I want to stream that. And I probably will get the Crown Crates, but I am pretty disappointed with the way that Zos has handled these crates. It's I'm listening to the community. You know, in this case, I try to. Sometimes the community, you know, as a whole, just kind of gets a little hysterical. But in this case, no. I mean, the Reddit hive mind is spot on. This is sad. This is sad. It's not the way they should be handling crates. So if you agree, again, please like and subscribe. Go ahead and vote in my poll with your opinion. You're gonna get 80. You're probably kidding, but nobody says he's gonna get 80 crates tomorrow. Good for you, bro. So that would be the 25 pack, and then 4 of the 15 packs. So 28,000 crowns. Nobody says he's going to drop tomorrow on the crates. Well, you are probably going to get an Apex, but or a Radiant Apex, but I wonder how many people are going to go all in like that tomorrow, because just the optics, the way the release was handled, really just the disappointment of the reality not lining up with the leaks. And it's leaks, you know, it's like you never know if they mined the data correctly and everything, but it does kind of look like they just changed their mind and didn't want to give us so much, and then gave us some bullshit furnishings as consolation prizes. And yeah, I really do feel like with gambling, it's not just luck is not just random. It's kind of like the riz, the vibe, the mojo you bring into it. So if you're like, yeah, I'm gonna crush it, I'm gonna conquer it, I want this, I like this, you're gonna get it. But I don't even really want to try if I'm half-hearted or wishy-washy. If there's things in the back of my mind like, oh, I'm probably just gonna get furnishings, you know, the angels won't come down and bless my draws. You know, lots of people think like this. I'm not crazy for being superstitious. It's just kind of out of vogue. But I don't really want to get into the whole random number chance thing if I'm not 100% behind it. So we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, please do vote. Let me know what you think. I don't know if you're serious, nobody, about buying 80 crates or not, but if so, GG, bro. Go for it. And again, like, sub, please, and I will be back tomorrow. I'm not guaranteeing like lots of streams in the future, but the fact that it's easier and higher quality with my capture card now is definitely a good incentive for me to keep streaming. What you should expect probably today is at least 1 or 2 videos going in depth to the graphical changes, just no commentary, just walking around, looking at the new zones from first person perspective. I'm going to do that for each of the 6 zones they've reskinned. But then I'll see how many of those I get through today. And then tomorrow I'll be back to stream, whether I buy the crates or not, the Jester Festival. So adios. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you all. Pull numbers are heavily manipulated. Never open crates during prime time. Wait a minute. Okay, no, I'm not going yet. Now I'm intrigued. What are you talking about, nobody? Because you are barking up exactly the right tree. I love this kind of conspiracy shit. Oh, man. Nobody is saying that pull numbers on crown crates are heavily manipulated. Never open crates during prime time. So you're saying the number of radiant apexes that can be pulled is gated? Like server wide? So you have better chances of pulling if you do it like in the middle of the night? Okay, so what is prime time? Because prime time actually for Europe is the middle of the night. So like worst time is night in Europe and then like midday in US. So like around 1 p.m. probably, right? That would be either that or like after everyone goes to bed in Europe. Well, that's the same time, or like before everyone gets up in Europe. But I guess it is kind of segregated between EU and NA. So this is the lore that I don't know. Never open crates during prime time. Much better chances pulling during the morning. I'm wondering if this is verified or just kind of like lore. I'm gonna have to ask Grok about this. That's what I do with everything. The AI is training me to become docile. Huh. You have better chance of getting better pulls with crates in the morning. Yeah, I think nobody's serious about the 80 crates, so go for it, bro. But that's you're peer pressuring me. I'm probably still gonna get the 25. That's probably all I'm gonna do. I was thinking of maybe upping it to at least 40, but and thing is, probably they're going to put crowns on sale pretty soon again. So what I might do is get the 25 now and then get more when they go on sale in a couple weeks. Interesting shit though, nobody. So thanks, man. I don't know if we've hung out before, but thanks for being on the stream. I hope you subscribed and hit me up on X. I want to keep the conversation going. So at Real Spopes, if you're an X user, that goes for everybody. Just drop me a line and we can chat after hours. But bless you guys for being here. Now I need to figure out how to end the stream with my whole new setup here. Might be awkward for a second, but this is very exciting for me that I got this all set up with high bit rate and everything. So bless you all. Thanks for being here. I'm really gonna go now. Take care. See you tomorrow. I say as I walk away awkwardly.